Hi, I'm Megan. I'm joined with our amazing client manager, Christina. We are Twice as Nice Recruiting, and we build every single search from scratch. We have a 9.9% placement fee, and we guarantee your placements for 18 months. Christina, I want to talk to you about this senior scent design manager you recently helped place. Tell me a little bit about this client.
So our client is a family-owned fragrance company. They also do flavor development as well, but fragrance is the majority of their business. The custom fragrances they develop can be found in everyday consumer goods such as personal care, cosmetics, household cleaners, laundry detergents, products like that. Additionally, they have a great reputation in their industry. Just in general, they are a great company to work with. The people that are employed there are very nice. They have a wonderful culture. This is our fourth placement with this client, and it is always a pleasure to work with them.
What is a senior scent design manager? What on earth does this person do, and why would someone be looking for a scent design manager?
Absolutely. So someone working in this role is going to be working with customer requirements to drive the creative inspiration for fragrance development. And the fragrances they're developing, at least with our client, are going into everyday consumer goods, such as household products, beauty, cosmetics, things of that type.
So they were looking for some really specific attributes of these candidates. What were some things that they were looking for within this perfect candidate that we helped find?
For a senior level scent design manager, they required that this individual have a minimum of 5 years of experience in their industry. They needed to have a very strong understanding of classic fragrance families. Also, if they had experience designing fragrances for home, personal care, or household products, that was definitely going to be the best fit for this particular position. Additionally, we were screening to ensure that candidates had the required technology experience. They use fragrance management software, and to ensure candidates had that as well.
There's a lot of things to look for in one person. Was that a big challenge, finding these specific attributes for this candidate, or was there another challenge that we kind of had to overcome during this placement?
I would say the biggest challenge that we faced was just connecting with the right candidates and ensuring that the role was positioned competitively. So around day 10, I did go back to the client and ask for us to reassess the salary. I think the salary we started with was reasonable and probably average for the market, but knowing that the majority of our candidates were in the East Coast and in areas with high cost of living, we expected that those candidates might be making a higher salary. So to get their attention, we needed to increase the range on the position. And once we did that, we were able to start connecting with qualified candidates for the role.
How did this search in particular go? I know that this was a little bit of a niche placement to find, but how did this search go?
You are correct. It is a very niche role. So because of that, we knew that our candidate pool would be fairly limited, and the client also understood and expected that as well. Because of the niche search, we went ahead and just launched a nationwide effort from day one, which included relocation assistance. They are located in the South. We knew that finding someone in their local area was highly unlikely. There are companies across the United States that employ these types of professionals, but we have learned through our research that the greatest concentration of those companies are on the East Coast, predominantly in the New York and New Jersey area. Our recruiting efforts are a mix of advertising and sourcing passive candidates online. Sourcing is always important, but it's even more critical when recruiting for a specialized skill set. For this role, 75% of the candidates that we interviewed were sourced by Twice as Nice. In the 2.5 months that the search was live, we had only 55 candidates, but of those 55, only 4 of them matched the requirements shared by the client. But there was a 7.5 week interview time period with our client, Since this candidate was going to be relocating, her first initial 3 interviews were all done by video, which we helped coordinate. And then once she made it to the final round, we supported the coordination of her travel to our client's home office in the southern United States, where she met with the team and was able to tour the facility.
Were there any lessons learned that you felt like could be taken away from this search and applied to future searches, whether they're in this market and industry or even another one?
Absolutely. With the niche role, it's really important to understand where the competition is based. And so through this search and through our research, we learned a lot about our clients' competition and which companies they are and where they're based. So that helped us understand, 1, where to place our ads, and 2, which companies to target when we're looking for passive candidates.
Thank you so much, Christina, for taking the time out of your day to talk with me about this Senior Scent Design Manager placement. I really enjoyed learning a little bit about what that role is and about what you do and how we were able to find this role for our client.